Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 9, verbs. Starting with the definition of verbs. A verb is a word that presents being, possession or action. Now to start with being. What is being? Means simply existing. If I give you one example, that is I am a girl. So here, can you notice any action being performed? No, I am a girl. Simply I'm saying I am a girl. I'm not doing any action here. I'm saying that simply I exist and I'm a girl. Right? Second thing is possession. Possession means having ownership of something. Ownership means you own something. Maybe a pet, maybe a bag, a special bag, maybe a cycle, right? Maybe a bicycle, maybe it can be anything, right? So that is a possession. You own something and that is you're having ownership of that. And third thing is action. You know it already that verbs are called action verbs, right? It describes the action which is being performed by the subject. To understand this more, we'll see these sentences. Okay. Starting with the first sentences, we need to understand that this is being, but how? Let us see. They are intelligent. They are intelligent. Is there any action being performed here? Can you spot any action being performed? No. This is a verb, but it is telling you that they are intelligent. They are not doing anything here, right? We all have a pet at home. We all have a pet at home. Means they are telling you that they have something. They are not doing anything here, right? That means it is possession. It is ownership. What is ownership here? They have ownership of this pet, right? That is why it is possession, right? Got it? Now the third sentence, if you see, the children study with their father in the evening. Okay. Can you see any action being performed? Yes, there is action because the children are doing the action. And what is that action? Is study. The children study with their father in the evening. What the children are doing are doing something, and that doing is study, right? So there is obviously action is there because children are doing something. Okay, what did you notice in highlighted words? Okay, if you remove these highlighted words, the sentence will not make sense. This is what here it is written. Okay, I hope it is clear. So we'll start with the types of verbs that we have. Okay, kinds of verbs, starting with transitive and intransitive verbs. Okay, what are transitive verbs? Transitive verbs basically are the verbs which need object to complete its meaning. Focus on this sentence first. Jack drove the car. Remaining sentence will not focus right now. Just focus on this and the car, right? Jack is there, drove is there, and the car. Who drove the car, for example, right? If I say in present tense, who's driving the car? So obviously Jack is the one who's doing this action, right? That is why Jack is the doer of the action and he's subject, right? That is why he's subject. You can see this drove verb. That is, drove is what? Drove is action being described here. That means Jack is doing something and that action is being described in this drove. That is why this is verb. The car means Jack is performing action and this is the action, and who becomes the receiver of the action? The car, because Jack is doing something and that car is being the receiver. This is the object. This is the receiver of the action. I hope this one is clear to you. Okay, starting with objects in transitive verb. There can be direct and there can be indirect object. As you can see in the textbook, first direct object. Okay, what is direct object? I'll tell you. When there is object and that object is directly connected with verb that is there in the sentence, right? Direct object is a noun or pronoun that receives the effect of the verb in the sentence directly. See, directly. For example, somebody is doing something and that object is directly receiving the action. We'll see the example. Okay, this is direct object, first object that is coming, and this is indirect object. Indirect object means indirect object is affected by the direct object or receives the action being performed by the subject directly. It is usually placed before the direct object. Okay. Usually it is placed before the direct object, but not obviously, not always, not it is not. There is no compulsion. Now, to understand direct and indirect object, here this sentence is given. Focus on. I suggest you to focus on the sentence more because we asked him a question. Now, decode the sentence. First is we asked him question. Right? So who's doing action here? What is the action? First thing is there. That action is something is being asked. Right? So obviously this is action word. That is why it is verb. Who's doing this action? Who's asking something? We. Right? That is why we asked. Here you can understand now. This we is doing something and that is asking something. Right? We asked. Subject we asked. Asked is verb. Asked whom? Asked him. Okay? Indirect object. Why it is indirect object? Because it's not asked is not directly related to this. Asked is related to a question. उसने कुछ पूछा तो उसने question पूछा. किससे पूछा वो तो बाद में आता है. Right? We asked a question. Right? Asked is related to this. क्योंकि पूछेंगे तो वो थोड़ी पूछेंगे. हम एक क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे. राइट? वी आस्क्ड हिम अ क्वेश्चन. तो मतलब वर्ब किससे रिलेटेड है?